So look, I want to start out and I want y'all to tell us what song describes your relationship at the moment.
Yes.
We
That's
want to
dope.
flip the script a little bit.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
But they pulled a reverse Uno on us.
I know.
Yep,
That's okay.
yep.
I can tell you how I feel about you night and day.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a
I
good
can.
Yeah. All right.
I
And
got
for
one.
okay.
Got one. So right now, I'll be like, ooh, say what, say what, say what. You know that I like it, baby. Ooh, girl, you know what's up.
And
And you know what I mean. Yeah.
When she sat in the hospital room with me at 3 a.m, we just looking out the window talking.
Oh.
I'll say it's two things for me. The first one was when me and Marquis hadn't talked in like a week because we had a disagreement about, I don't even remember what it was. It was so long ago.
It was so minuscule too.
Yeah, it was really dumb. I had texted him. I said my mom was in ICU. I'm sorry I hadn't reached out. And before I can even explain what else happened, he was like, I'm on my way to you. And he stayed with me through the whole time, up to when she was admitted into the hospital and quite some time after she transitioned. So that was the first thing. And the second time was before we walked down the aisle, we was freshly engaged. And I told him I had to go to therapy, and it wasn't him. He didn't ask really much any questions. He was like, how can I support you?
Oh.
Okay, so one of the many ways that I've seen her grow, I've seen her transition from we had this discussion. She's not as shy as she used to be. And then we were talking about it, and she said, I'm very shy. I'm like, no, you're not shy. But then I had to sit there and think about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe she is shy. She's just not shy with me.
Right.
And so with her saying that and me sitting there thinking about it, it's helped me process the different ways that she'll say one thing, but I have a different meaning. And as soon as I sit there and think about it, like, oh, okay. So she just expanded in the way that we communicate with each other. She's good with that one.
All right.
I would say Marquis has been more out of his comfort zone, trying new things, and it's a variety of things like foods, clothing. Like when me and Marquis first got together, he was particular about what he would eat and certain things he will not wear, right? So once I came around, I said, okay, that's one thing I learned in our marriage is compromise. Like, okay, if I want him to try something, I'm like, okay, if you try this, we can do this later, stuff like that. Yeah. But just seeing him being more open to experiences with food and travel. Well, he always liked to travel, but doing different things like outside his comfort zone, I think that's really changed the trajectory of our relationship, because now it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about, let me make sure this is all to the side for him because he might not like it. Now he just be willing to try it. It's funny that you asked that because that was part of the reason why we went out of town this weekend. Lately I have been feeling like, I told Marquis, I was like, I feel like I'm tired of sharing you with the world right now. Like, I want my husband. I want time with my best friend. And I told him exactly that. I was like, I'm having an attitude around here because it's like we like two ships passing between work, because I'm transitioning to a new position and everything like that. And he's doing his stuff, and it's like, when do we have time for each other? And then when we do have the time, we tired, we fall asleep.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just do something that's us. And it was beginning to be like, okay, we doing something together, but we have friends around or family around, which is fine. I like the quality time with friends and family, but it's like, I want him to myself.
Yep.
And he was like, okay, beautiful, I hear you. What let's think about what we can do.
Oh.
So I think it's football. So I was like, you know what? I got tickets to the combine. Let's just go. Let's just go on a road trip. Let's just find a hotel for a day or so. And let's just spend time with each other. So,
and the time that we spent this weekend, it was definitely well needed. It was we rested well. We talked about some things that we want to do, some things we want to change. It's like getting back to the basics all over again.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
we always joking with each other like we still friends. Like, this is King Troll over here. He always trolling me, always making some type of joke. And I think I think what also works out too, we have similar hobbies. So we're kind of competitive. So that kind of keeps, you always want to do some type of competition with your best friend, right? Like, talking all this smack or whatever like that. So that's what worked for us. Now, sometimes I might play the, but I'm your wife. You got to be all easy on me. But that
don't work.
That don't work. So I think that helps. What do you think?
I have no mercy.
At all. No chill.
You one of them jokers that don't play right.
Exactly.